Have you ever dreamed of owning property, maybe even multiple properties? It's a dream that dances in the minds of many, a beacon of financial stability, independence, and accomplishment. Yet for a vast number of people, this dream feels like a distant star, beautiful, yet seemingly out of reach. Let's talk about Emily, a young woman whose story is a testament to the fact that dreams can indeed become reality. Emily was once a renter, just like many of you, living paycheck to paycheck. Her dream of property ownership a distant glimmer on the horizon. But today she's a successful real estate investor, owner of not just one but several properties. The transition didn't happen overnight. It was a journey, a voyage that demanded careful planning, a thirst for knowledge, and a steadfast determination. You see, the path to property ownership isn't a sprint, it's more of a marathon. It's not about instant gratification, but about setting a goal and doggedly pursuing it, even when the road gets tough. Emily didn't wake up one day to find herself a property owner. She planned for it, worked for it, and most importantly, she learned about the intricacies of real estate investment. Knowledge, they say, is power, and this holds particularly true when it comes to property ownership. Emily invested time in educating herself about the real estate market, understanding the nuances of property investment, and mapping out a strategy that would lead her from being a renter to becoming a property owner. What's more, Emily's journey was fueled by a relentless determination. She understood that there would be hurdles along the way, that there would be times when the dream seemed unattainable. But she also knew that with perseverance and a never-give-up attitude, she could overcome these challenges and inch closer to her dream. So what does Emily's story tell us? Simply this, that property ownership, even multiple property ownership, is not an impossible dream. It's a goal that can be achieved with the right planning, the right knowledge, and the right attitude. If Emily can do it, so can you. Let's walk through the process together. To start your journey, you first need to understand the basics of real estate investment. Let's break it down. At its core, real estate investment is the purchase, ownership, management, rental, or sale of real estate for profit. But it's not as simple as buying a house and waiting for the cash to roll in. There are different types of investments to consider. Firstly, there's residential real estate. Think of homes, apartments, townhouses. Let's say our friend Emily buys a flat, lives in it while she renovates, then rents it out. She's now making a steady income from the rent, and if the property value goes up, she'll make a profit when she sells. On the other hand, commercial real estate involves larger properties like office buildings and shopping centers. These can be more expensive to buy, but the potential return on investment can be significantly higher. Then there's industrial real estate, which includes warehouses and manufacturing buildings. These properties can be rented out to businesses for a tidy profit. Lastly, there's raw land investment. This is for the long game. It involves buying a piece of land and holding onto it until the value increases, or developing it into a residential or commercial property. Now, you might be wondering, where should I invest? Well, the answer is location, location, location. The value of a property is greatly influenced by its location. A house in the heart of the city is likely to be worth more than one on the outskirts. And remember, market trends matter. Real estate markets can fluctuate, and it's crucial to understand these trends before making an investment. In conclusion, real estate investment can be a great way to grow your wealth, but it's not without its risks. It requires careful planning, research, and a good understanding of the market. With a solid understanding of real estate investment, you're one step closer to becoming an investor. Now that you understand the basics of real estate investment, it's time to start saving for your first property. The journey to becoming a property owner, much like our friend Emily's, begins with a single step: saving. And here's the thing about saving. It's not just about stashing away every penny you earn. It's about strategic financial planning. Let's break this down. First, setting realistic goals is key. Emily had her eyes set on a quaint two-bedroom house in the suburbs. She calculated the potential costs and set a goal to save a certain amount, enough for a down payment in about 2 years. You see, goals give you a clear focus and make the act of saving more meaningful. Next, creating a budget. This is where you get to play detective with your own finances. Track your income and expenses, identify where you can cut back, and allocate a specific portion of your income towards your property savings. Emily, for instance, decided to cut back on her weekend getaways and expensive dinners, choosing instead to channel those funds into her property savings. Now let's get real about the potential costs involved in purchasing a property. There's the down payment, typically anywhere from 5 to 20% of the property's price. Then there are closing costs, which include legal fees, inspection fees, and more. Not to mention, you'll need to factor in property taxes, insurance, and potential renovation costs. Emily prepared for these by saving a little extra each month, allowing her to cushion any unexpected expenses. Saving for your first property might seem daunting, but remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making small, consistent steps towards your goal. And as you watch your savings grow, so will your excitement and anticipation for the day you'll hold the keys to your own property. Remember, every penny saved is a step closer to your first property. You've saved diligently, and now it's time to secure financing for your first property. Securing financing is a crucial step in the journey from being a renter to becoming a real estate investor. There are numerous financing options available, and it's essential to understand each one to find the best fit for your situation. Let's start with the most common form of financing, the mortgage. A mortgage is a loan from a bank or other financial institution that helps you buy your property. Mortgages come in all shapes and sizes, with varying interest rates and terms. It's crucial to shop around and find the best deal that suits your needs and financial situation. Another option is private loans, often from friends, family, or private lenders. These loans can offer more flexibility than traditional mortgages, but they can also come with higher interest rates and less security. It's essential to have a clear agreement in place with anyone you borrow money from to avoid any future misunderstandings. Now let's talk about credit scores. Your credit score is a numerical representation of your creditworthiness, and it's one of the first things lenders look at when deciding whether to give you a loan. A good credit score can open the door to more financing options and better interest rates. If your credit score isn't where you want it to be, don't worry. There are steps you can take to improve it, like paying your bills on time, reducing your debt, and regularly checking your credit report for errors. Remember Emily? When she started her journey to property ownership, she had a less than stellar credit score, but by making a plan and sticking to it, she managed to improve her credit score significantly, which helped her secure a mortgage with a favorable interest rate. Securing financing may seem like a daunting task, but remember, every real estate investor has been in your shoes at some point. It's all about doing your research, understanding your options, and making informed decisions. Securing financing can be a complex process, but with careful planning and preparation, you can navigate it successfully. You've saved, you've secured financing, and now it's time to make your first purchase. You're about to embark on a thrilling journey, one that's filled with promise and potential. But it's also a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a keen eye for detail. Let's start with finding a real estate agent. This is someone who's going to be your guide, your advisor, and your confidant throughout this process. It's essential to find someone who understands your needs, your budget, and your aspirations. It's like finding a good travel buddy, someone who knows the lay of the land and can help you navigate through it. Next, it's time to start searching for properties. This is where the real fun begins. Picture yourself as a treasure hunter, combing through listings, visiting open houses, and imagining the potential in each property. It's an exciting process, but it's also one that requires due diligence. Make sure to assess each property carefully, considering factors like location, price, potential for growth, and any necessary repairs or renovations. Once you've found a property that checks all your boxes, it's time to make an offer. This can be a nerve-wracking process, but remember, it's all part of the journey. Negotiate with confidence, but also with respect and fairness. After all, a successful real estate transaction is one where both parties walk away feeling satisfied. Finally, it's time to close the deal. This is the moment where all your hard work pays off, where your dreams start to become a reality. It's a moment of celebration, but also a moment of responsibility. This is your property now, and it's up to you to make the most of it. Congratulations! You've made your first purchase, and you're now officially a real estate investor. This is just the beginning of your journey, but it's a significant milestone. So take a moment to celebrate, to reflect, and to dream about what's next. Because the world of real estate is full of potential, and you're now part of it.